Hello, this is Holocaust Perspectives, and I'm Everett Day, and this is a story for this day. There was this king who had a vast kingdom, and everywhere he went, people loved this individual. He was very gracious, very humble, and he had a wild streak to him, but he had a royal, loyal subject who turned out over the years to be his best friend. No matter where they went, or whatever they did, his friend, the subject, would always respond, and this too is good. Well, one time they were out hunting, and the king saw a wild boar that he wanted to kill, wanted to shoot. So he asked for his gun, and his friend, the loyal subject, loaded the gun and handed it to him. The king aimed up and fired, but it backfired and shot off his thumb. And just like clockwork, his friend, the loyal subject, responded, and this too is good. The king was extremely upset. He said, I lost my thumb. How is this good? And he couldn't understand it. So he was really upset. And he turned around and he imprisoned his friend, the loyal subject. Years go by. King ignores him, not even thinking about him, and decided 5 years later that he was going to go hunt in this uncharted area. While he was out hunting, him and his entire team that he was with got captured by cannibals. As the cannibals were preparing their dish, okay, which happened to be the king at the time, they noticed that he was missing a digit. Now, them being superstitious, refusing to eat anything that was not whole, and because he was missing a part of his hand, they let him go. The king rushed back to the house, back to his kingdom, and was ecstatic and ran to his friend that he had imprisoned and told him the entire story. The subject sat there and listened. He had a smile on his face. And at the end, the subject turned around and said, and this too is good. The king looked and he totally puzzled. He was like, how is this good? You were my friend. You were always around, and I imprisoned you. I didn't even come to see you. I didn't want anything to do with you. And here I am now asking for your forgiveness. The loyal subject said, and this too is good. And the king said, I do not understand. How is all this so good? The loyal subject looked the king dead in his eyes, put his hands on the king's shoulders, and leaned in and said, I could have been with you. Now, the reason why I'm telling this story is because we as human beings, we always have an ideology of how we want things to resolve, whether it's a situation, a job, or a confrontation with someone around us, whatever the case may be. And we play out in our mind how we want it to turn out. But what we don't realize is it's just the result. And when we get the result, if it doesn't turn out in the way we anticipated or we planned it to be, we have a level of remorse or regret, which literally we carry. It is not up to you to carry that weight. Because if you really think about it, there's been many times where you had situations that did not start off the way or end in the essence the result of what you anticipated to be. But then after everything plays out, you go back and look and be like, man, I am so glad I did XYZ. I didn't do XYZ or whatever the case may be. We have to get to the point where we have the conviction that the universe and God are working in our best interest at all times. Leave the result as the result because there is something we're supposed to learn either about ourselves or the people around us or about the situation. It is not for everything to work out in your favor at that exact time because everything is a learning process. It is up to you to leave the result as it is, as long as you've known you've done everything in your power get to get the result that you're anticipating. Okay, you put in everything that you get. You gave 100%. That's all that matters because and this too is good. Strive to be your best each and every day in every situation and leave the result as it is. The result. Come to Holocaust Perspective app and we can educate you, guide you, and direct you because this world is changing and it's time for us to leave the result as it is and strive to be a better person each and every day. With that, have a great day.